Hi, this is Sarah Mikesell with thecropsite.com, and today we're here with Cedric Porter. He is the managing editor of World Potato Markets newsletter. Cedric, where do you see the potato trade going in the future coming up?
I think what we've probably seen, we've seen it in North America and Europe, that there are very mature potato markets now. We're actually seeing slight reductions in particularly the consumption of fresh potatoes, both in Europe and North America, and even seeing some sort of threats to the consumption of fries as well. So I don't think, especially over time, particularly as Europe is not growing in population terms either, that we're not going to see the growth that we've seen in the past in those established markets. And really the whole of the potato world is looking outside those heartlands of potato consumptions to Asia, to the Middle East, to Africa, and to a lesser extent South America. And I suppose the particular standout markets, the Asian market, Japan's always been a large market, and that's been dominated by the US, with a little bit of Canadian and a little bit of European fries going into that market. But that seems to have stabilised as well. And the largest second Asian market to that is China, and that's growing around about 10 to 15% at the moment. And again, dominated by the US, but the Europeans sort of are hard on their heels, along with the Canadians, exporting into that market. Aside from China, which takes about 120,000 tons of fries every year, you've got other markets like Indonesia. South Korea is a very large and growing market. The Philippines, as I say, Indonesia, and quite a few of those markets that are increasing to grow as people want to have more Western diets. You've got to remember that potatoes, you might not think of them as an Asian product, but places like China, they're actually the largest producer of potatoes in the world. So it's not a completely alien product to them, and as Western diets and whatever are adopted. And I suppose longer term, you see it in the Middle East. Places like Egypt are big potato growers as well as consumers. And then moving down, we're very small consumption at the moment, and particularly per head consumption in places like Nigeria, which is a massively growing population. But even there, the consumption has doubled, obviously from a very small base. Doubled in the last 30 or 40 years of potatoes. And as we see that increasing and people perhaps getting wealthier, then that's where those trades are going to grow. But the actual production of these potatoes, those countries with threats to their water supply and whatever, they're not natural potato growing countries. And so actually these are opportunities for those potato heartlands of North America and Europe to be growing potatoes then for consumption in processed form